Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host, and this is my my lunch stream. I don't really eat breakfast. It's a bit late for breakfast and it's more like lunch. And I only eat 2 meals a day, so it's one at here and one about 4 p.m. or just before 4 p.m. So, okay, so we are here, we are alive, we are awake. Woohoo! Okay, so we are having something a little different today because the grocery stuff came and I tried a pie. A pie. There's a special type of pie. It's not pastry pie. That's why I wanted to try it. It's a steak pie with um like the covering of it is like dumpling. And dumpling is actually sewer to that, and it should be okay with that. So we're going to try it. Hello, tequila, here. So that pie is in the. I'm going to cook the pie in the Instapot air fryer. We'll turn on its air fryer. 20 minutes. There we are. Air fryer is doing that. And now we will put the potatoes and the carrots in. Potatoes shall go in first. The potatoes shall be potatoey, all potatoey and happy. That's the first thing. We're putting the potatoes in. We're slicing the potatoes. These potatoes, I never peel potatoes because skins have some of the best goodness in a potato, and I take to the. I never actually peel them. Like some of the half. More, yeah, bit of water in there. And this potatoes for 2 meals anyway. Yeah, yeah. Most of the goodness in potatoes is in the actual skin. If you remove the skin from the potatoes, you're removing most of the fibre and everything. And the same with carrots. Peeling carrots, as long as you buy carrots that are cleaned or you clean them yourself, potatoes and carrots, you leave the skin on carrots, then you're getting more of the goodness of the actual carrots. So carrots also are another thing that I always leave the skin on. This done. The dogs are waiting patiently for their food. Of course, because the water in there. Hello there, Spike. Yay. So potatoes, carrots, and steak dumpling pie. With this dumplings, instead of as proper dumplings, which are made of suet, the actual lid of the pie is suet. So I can't use pastry, but we're going to try this and see if I can eat this. Right, so now we do the dog's food. Now we're going to do the dog's food. The doggy food. Doggies get their food in. The full name of their food in. What? We need their dry food. Goes in first, a bit of dry food for each. Some wet food on top of the dry food. It's just beef and gravy. Gravy. done. Then of course we're going to give them some hot dog sausages and Beryl some hot dog sausages on top. Okay. Bertie and Beryl. Bertie and Beryl. Beryl is the sandy coloured one. Bertie is the black one. Beryl is a wirehead terrier. Bertie is a Staffy. So the reason we give them little extra bits of food on top is because I do it normally anyway. Beryl is sadly at the end of her life, unfortunately. Beryl has got cancer and it's spread, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we have to make sure she gets a goodness in her food because her appetite isn't good. So we add stuff like hot dogs to it, and we get the special things to it, that you eat steak and stuff like that. Because we don't know how long Beryl will last until she's not feeling well. Because basically, she's not in pain. Beryl isn't in pain. So the vets have been out and checked on Beryl and she's fine. But she doesn't have much of an appetite and she's losing weight. But there's nothing we can do. She really sadly, she's not got any appetite this morning, which is okay. She'll eat later, so hopefully we'll go to the side for a little bit. So that Bertie doesn't eat it all, but she's not hungry this morning. Yeah. So the thing is, she's 15 years old, Beryl is. Both Beryl and Bertie are rescue dogs. We had them when they were 6 years old. And Beryl, come here. Oh, come on. And Beryl is, she's beautiful and wonderful. And she's not in pain. It's just she's got nodules, she's got lumps on her liver and that, and she's got problems with her bowels. But you can't, at that age, it would be cruel to put her through chemo. Hello. It'd be cruel to put Beryl through chemo. Like your food. Do you want your food? Do you want it? Food. I'm not going to let Bertie eat it. Okay, now she's going to eat it. So, at her age, 15, it would be cruel to put her through chemotherapy and all that kind of thing. Because from what they could tell when they examined her, the cancer spread from her bowels to her kidneys, her liver already. And so all we can do is make sure that she's not in pain. She's definitely not in pain. And it all depends how long her appetite lasts and that, and how long her body can fight against the cancer. Because tumor-style cancers take a lot of goodness out of your body. And that is basically what will do her in. And so as long as she's happy and she's not in pain, then she's okay. Like at the moment she's eating. So little Beryl eating. So Beryl's there just having her food at the moment. And Bertie's eating his over there. Bertie, come here. Bertie, you don't get to have hers. No, you can't. Cheeky dog. Yeah, Bertie will eat any amount of food. Bertie, come here. Yeah, they are. And so she eats a lot slower than she used to, and she doesn't get on the desk as much as she used to. And that. but she's not unhappy. She's still happy. She still likes to love. She still likes to play. She's just very, very weak on her feet now. She's very unstable on her feet. She doesn't stand as well. She used to be very agile and that. It's been a very short. It's happened like in the last month or two. I'd say about 8 weeks. She started losing weight, and she's lost all the excess weight. So all we can do is make sure that she eats well as much as we can, and just make sure thingy, and then when she's in pain and that's when I'll ring the vets, because I'll have the vets come out to here and give them the injection here, because I want her to be here, don't you? But yeah, I would never put my dog in pain or suffering. As soon as I notice getting discomfort, that's when I will make the choice for her. Because the whole point is, I've always said this, pets give their unconditional love to us no matter what. They don't care whether we're autistic. They don't care how much money we have. They don't care what our social standing are or what our beliefs are. They just give unconditional love to us. And in return, you've got to make sure that you put them first and make sure that you do something for them that they can't. Make sure they're not in pain. Yeah. 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 Animals accept us for who we are. They are amazing. I mean, they looked after Paola. They were always there for Paola. And for my mum, like these two dogs here were got by both me and my mum. We were all together in this, so that when my mum was at home with dementia, the dogs were so wonderful with my mum and gave my mum a life in this house and in the backyard before things got really bad for my mum. So there's always been that. And Bertie's on a little bit of a diet at the moment because he likes to eat his food and then her food. And he's food. Bertie is a completely food-centric dog. He loves food beyond anything. Well, food and love. Yeah. And you'll understand this, Tequila, you'll understand this, that people who don't own animals and don't look after animals and don't have animal pets don't understand this. But when, whether it's a cat, a dog, or turtles, it doesn't matter. When you take an animal out of the situation where it's got to prioritize food, procreation, and shelter, if you take them out of that situation, every single animal develops a personality, a unique personality. Every dog, every cat, every turtle, every rat, every animal, Nini, hi, every animal that you ever look after that becomes part of your family, when they can stop just being animals, they actually develop a very unique personality of their own, and they become more self-aware, and they have time to grow and be. And it's wonderful to see how every single dog is different. It makes life interesting. Yeah. So this is why I really hate anybody who abuses animals and that, because all pets want to do is please us. They just want to. Okay, yeah, dogs and cats, and that can be complete assholes. Yeah, they can. They have their own personalities. They have their own wants and needs, and they can be complete bitches to us. Complete bitches. Hello, Frosty. Yeah. But this is just part of the joy of who they are as pets. I'm good. I'm good today. I'm just having a good morning. Groceries came this morning, so I put them away. So we're having a steak with dumpling pie and my normal potatoes and carrots. Yeah. Um, I find that someone who cares about animals, it's usually a really good benchmark for the kind of quality of person that a person is, because animals know whether they can trust someone. Animals can tell whether a person is good or not. It doesn't matter if that person's strange or neurodivergent or dealing with bipolar or anything like that. Animals are fine with all of that. But animals don't like when people are nasty, when people are negative and malicious, materialistic. Animals don't like that kind of sort of thing. Yeah. No, I mean, I would never allow anyone to hurt my dogs. And I would never let, if I ever saw anything like that, I'd have to intervene. Yeah, yeah. Because they're closer to their instincts and everything than we've forgotten our instincts a lot of the time, our awareness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They know who the person really is. Your dog knows who you are far better than, and just like a dog or a cat that will know. Dogs and cats can be complete bastards. They'll be a complete shitty thingy. But when they know that you're upset or you're hurting, they will come around and be there for you beyond anything else. They will come and lay on you and give you comfort or lie next to you and that. They know when you're in pain. They know when you're suffering. They know when you're ill. Dogs can eat. Dogs can sense cancer. They have dogs now that actually can be used to check for cancer and that, or a person that's ill, because they actually just see what we don't. Yeah. Who, Foster? You've got to remember this though. Um, I have always said this: the choice for me, and people may have a go at me, but the choice for me, if I had the choice between saving my dogs and a human being who was a stranger that I didn't know, I would save my dogs. I'm sorry, I would. My dogs are better people than a lot of people out there. I'm sorry, they are. My dog accepts me for who I am. My dog has been there for me every day. And therefore, between the idea of a stranger and my dogs, I will always pick my dogs because my dogs, to me, have proved to me who they are and are there for me. Mm. And most animal lovers would do that because We know, sadly, how shitty some people can be and how people make bad decisions and trash things and that. But even if your dog rips up your stuff in your kitchen and that, or takes apart your favourite toy that you had on a shelf, they're not doing it to be evil. They're not doing it maliciously. They're just bored and they want to play with something. I know Beryl. Beryl eyes these. I have to keep all of these away from Beryl. I have to keep all of these away from Beryl because Beryl would rip these apart if these fell on the floor. If these fell on the floor, Beryl would squirrel them away in the other room, and before I know it, they would be totally destroyed. Because she likes to destroy things like this. She loves to. Yeah. Yeah. And but they don't do it it's not a malicious thing. It's like, oh God, I had to hide the wiring in my old house because one of my old dogs liked to eat the internet cable, the RJ45 cable and the RJ11 cable that would go to the modem. If those cables were on anywhere near floor height, he would chew on them and bite them and that. My old dog would. That was Rex. And he was like, he just liked the taste of the plastic. And so he would go under my desk, and if any cables were hanging low, he was like, he would chew them. And then all of a sudden I wouldn't have internet. Bertie and Bella are very, very different. Bertie is very emotionally. Hello there, Bertie. Bertie is very emotional. He is scared of fireworks and everything. It freaks him out, and he doesn't like angry talk or shouting or anything like that. He falls to pieces. He's very empathetic, and he sleeps on my bed next to me at the top of the bed, sticking his butt into me all night. And he's wonderful. He's adorable. And if it's cold outside, he will actually go under the covers and sleep under the bed covers. But I'm going to show you something now. Because people think I'm joking when I say this about Bertie. Bertie is very, very smart in a different way. Because Bertie's very smart in this way. In the other house, he used to like to sleep in the living room. When I'd go upstairs and Beryl would follow me upstairs, Bertie liked to stay downstairs because he had the big sofa to sleep on. But he didn't just sleep on the sofa. Bertie would lift up the covers that were on the sofa and he would climb. He would actually make a nest. He would dig himself underneath the covers and sleep under the covers. So one night, what I did, let me just go to my channel and show you what Bertie used to do, because I set a camera recording him when I went to bed. So this is because people didn't believe what Bertie did. So let's find him. Let's find the Bertie one. Okay, so right. Watch this. This is about 2 a.m. in the morning. The camera's been going for a while, so watch this. And then let me know what you think. I can't eat most pizzas, sadly, because of my conditions and that, so I can't really have pizza. So watch this and you will see what Bertie did I had to leave the light on at night, but he decided he wanted to stay downstairs, and this is what Bertie did. So it's only a 3-minute video. That's a short cut. I actually cut it down. So have a look at that video that I've just posted. That is what Bertie does when he's left. When he used to be left alone. When he the door was open, he could come upstairs. But what he did is you could tell he's just falling asleep there, but he decides to do something. And this is what he does. He used to do every single night when he was left on here. So the actual thing starts at about 1 minute 2 seconds. So I can have the pizza from Domino's, but nowhere else. Yeah. But so watch what happens after 1 minute thingy. And basically, we've gone up. Me and Beryl have gone upstairs, and he's decided he wanted to stay down here. And this is what he did every night while he was here. So watch what he does. He's very intelligent when it comes to his comfort. So he'd pull down the blanket, and then this is how he slept at night. So every morning I would come downstairs to him underneath the blanket, even though I tucked it in and everything, and thingy, he would get under them. He would do that every single night while I was in bed to make it comfortable. He loved the comfort. Bertie is very comfort centric, so he would turn himself around and wrap the covers around until he was basically just completely turning into a nest, and then lay down, and then he would sleep like that once he settled down. I mean, and that's what he did every night. He'll just lie down and go to sleep like that. But it's comfortable underneath the covers. That's what Bertie used to do every night when we were in the other house. He liked to sleep on the sofa that I set up there. And he finds himself in a comfortable spot after about 3 minutes and 30 of that thingy, and just goes to sleep for the rest of the night. I still just left the camera going during the night one night to show people what he did, because they didn't believe that he did this, that he is the one who gets under the covers. I don't put the covers over him or anything, that he actually just stayed downstairs at night and did that. It's amazing that he did that. So that shows his intelligence, how he can, yeah, it's adorable the way he did it, and the way he set it. No matter how much I tucked that blanket around the edges and that, by the morning, he will have got underneath the covers and slept in the way and that shows that the way his brain worked and how he could figure things out at night when he was left on his own. He could always come upstairs and that, but he decided at that time he'd like to live. Yeah, he knew exactly what he needed, and he looked how to get it, and he moved himself around until he had created the perfect spot for himself, and so he could sleep under the blanket, under the covers. And he does the same in the bed. About halfway through the night, when he's lying on the bed, he'll crawl up to the top of the bed and get under the actual cover duvet and sleep under the duvet. Usually with his nose sticking out to the side of the thing, so he can breathe properly. But yeah, he usually sneaks underneath the covers during the night while I'm asleep, and I usually wake up to him under the duvet with me at the side. So he's very much comfort centric and food centric, and he works things out like that. Now Beryl, she's very much the guard dog of the house, and she's not so much into. She likes computers, and she likes to be on the desk and watching what's going on the computer. Two very different doggies. So the dumpling pie. This is in the UK. We have things called dumplings, and they're made out of suet, and they're like they're different from pastry. And for some reason my body can handle sewage more than it can handle pastry. So, yeah, as Thingy said, pizza from Domino's I can handle, because pizza from Domino's, they always cook it. They pretty much all nuke it in the same kind of oven. No matter where you go for a Domino's, we've figured out how you can have a Domino's. Gyoza, I don't know what that is. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the dumplings? Yeah. So this particular thermal gloves, this pie, yeah. Let's get it out. So the pie is here. The pie is here. There, like that. We're going to take half of the pie. Half of the pie. Use this. To spit out. See out here. Yeah. Just bit of the pie is on there. That's pie. That's pie. To go later than that. So pie. But yeah, for some reason my body can handle those. We'll start the gravy going. Gravy for later as well. Right, so I mean, I love pizza, but pizza is like I can have it very rarely, and it can only really be from Domino's. Leave some of that as well, because like so dirty. With the gravy, maybe will be. We do the potatoes, and I'll show you all of it once it's done. Of course. Yeah, use the chicken board. Focus it. You know what you're doing. Nice thick gravy. Oh. Mash. Oat milk, because I can't have dairy, so oat milk. Funny thing is, processed cheese, American processed, I can handle. American processed, I can handle. But other than that, I can't. I can't have butter and stuff like that. You doing good? Being a bit of you are being a bit of a crazy dog. Bootsy is being a bit of a crazy dog. Eat this. Would make the mash. We mash the mash. Turn it into mash. So we are all good. It's good and happy. You know, like, this will be potatoes for later as well. All that in there. Potatoes over there. Goes on there. So the rest of it there. Then we put in the gravy on top. That's the gravy in there. And a little bit of water. Right, let's show you what it looks like. Yeah, the food's ready, yay! Food is ready. So yeah, so Geosis. How do you pronounce Geosis? Well, you can't really tell me that. Geosis, so like so I will have my food and then I will be upstairs and we will do stuff upstairs. Nini is awesome and Tequila is awesome and anybody else here is awesome. Like Brit is awesome, Masharo is awesome, and we are all awesome together. Awesome together. So bye bye for now. Tenacious is here. Yay, Tenacious Death Bat. Bye bye for now. Yes, I'm going to go and eat that. Eperdus is here. So bye bye to everyone. You have a wonderful thingy. I will see people later upstairs on a stream. Bye bye.